Okay, collective. So I just came back from my walk. It's been about, excuse me, hold on. I'm trying to see the time. Dude, where's the time? Okay, 5:11. So I started walking about an hour ago. So I took a long walk. It was a cardio type walk. And also, yeah. Anyways, when I was walking and recording. Okay, that's normal. So my phone got too hot when I was walking and recording. So I really felt like I couldn't get the gist of the message out. So I'll probably do snippets, bits, and pieces. But for the most part, collective, I was saying, so I just don't see things with, I not only see things with my mind's eye or whether I'm awake or asleep. I hear not just people's conversations, but I hear what is known as transmissions. And I've been fighting it. Stop that. I'll make you go back inside. Um, no, no. Not all of us have the same jobs. Some of us, we may be multi-talented or spiritually inclined and gifted. I see a lot of questions like, why aren't there any superhumans? Why haven't we seen anybody with any like supernatural gifts or somebody that has paranormal or anomalous talents? A lot of people do. Just don't realize it because they know. They know. Before you even come out of the womb, they know who you are. They know what type of gifts you will exhibit based off of the signs and wonders in the heavens, based off of astrology, based off of secret DNA testing on our parents. That's why they have pregnant mothers do all kinds of blood work. When a woman is pregnant with a star seed, an indigo child, something of that nature, what they don't tell you is that woman's DNA contains an extra something in it. And it's not always the same for every pregnant woman that is that is carrying a gifted child or a child that could be a possible messiah, and there's more than one. Prophetic children, seers, things of that nature. What they don't tell you is extra. They when they do all the blood work and they test the woman, they do the paps and all the checks. They check that woman's DNA to detect with early detection tests to detect what type of child she is carrying. And then when a child is born, the first thing they do, let me tell you, the tree of life, the disconnection from the Garden of Eden, the tree of life, it's about the placenta. You know, when a baby is born, we're not supposed to cut the umbilical cord. We're not. It's not natural. It's supposed to fall away naturally, just like the remainder of the umbilicus. Okay? And they cut. First, they detach that said child from the tree of life. Go look up a picture of a placenta under lights. Tell me if that don't look like a tree. A mother puts all her everything into that tree of life to feed that child. And it's supposed to sustain that child after birth, okay? And also through the breast milk. The placenta and umbilical cord stay connected to the child as well as to the mother. I know it's going to sound strange to a lot of people. And sometimes they detach the placenta, but sometimes, quite often, naturally, through my studies, the placenta comes away or detaches from the uterine wall when ready. The mother produces milk. It produces everything that child needs. When the placenta stays attached, it starts feeding the mother. You're supposed to, be healthy. I don't want to go into all of that, but it's supposed to sustain that child and give that child all of everything that it needs, more than what formula can. So they start with disconnecting us from the tree of life. Then they euphemize us because they need to start calling it what immunizations are from the time a child is born. They euphemize us. The moment they inject the child with all that mercury and other toxins and harmful chemicals that contain a lot of metals, it starts to block the electromagnetic transmissions that come from the pineal gland, that calcify it, and that unlock DNA codes within our genomes. This is from the time we come out the womb, y'all. To make sure that child doesn't exhibit supernatural gifts. They know who you are. They then put said child and or children under surveillance. They watch you. They monitor you. They establish all these magnet programs and gifted and talented programs. Some of our parents were aware of what these truly were, and some were not. They established the birth certificate so they can call us their property. This gives them the right to experiment on us. And then all throughout our lives, as young children especially, they experiment on us. They introduce us to these environments, to this low vibing music with ELF waves, processed foods, chemicals in the water, chemtrails, convince us to be on an electronic device as opposed to being out in nature. They force our parents to put us in school that programs the mind while sucking the child's innocence from them by way of having other children, and these other children may or may not be aware, but bullying. This is all systematic. And through all that, the pineal gland is decalcified. The child becomes tainted. Their energy becomes tainted. That's what I said about louche forms. Kindergarten. Okay? My good people, start learning your etymology. So superhumans are all around us, people with supernatural abilities and gifts. Because see, there are some of us that all the immunizations and vaccines and calcification of the pineal glands and being strategically placed into karmic families, being stolen as children and placed into karmic families that allow you to be governmentally experimented on. Some of that shit don't work on us. It still don't, they just don't have an explanation as to why. There are some of us that just cannot be disconnected from the Most High, from Source, from the divine, from the ethers, from the Akashic records. So they found other ways around this, and they do stuff like hire witches and warlocks, cults, covens, to do root work on you. Root work binds, Salah, your spiritual gifts, your magic, your natural magic and abilities, all the clairs, all the kinesises, or all the kinesis, all of them. It binds that. And then they strategically do things to you throughout your life to siphon your energy. Okay? You still have blessings attached to you, but so long as your gifts are locked down, it's not that you're not connected. It's that, think of it like when we have our cell phones, right? They work so long as the towers in the area is good. The service is still provided by the towers in the area, right? The towers that listen, the towers that are built into the Earth's natural resources and electromagnetic field, the natural electromagnetic field. This is what Nikola Tesla was talking about. Those they just stole his shit. They defunded his program, and then they stole his schematics, his design, everything, and then they established over time, because they couldn't just readily come out with it, but they established what we know as those cell phone towers that naturally taps into the Earth's frequency. That energy should be free to all of us. But they make us pay for it by way of our cell phones, by way of our streaming, television devices, all of that. So think of it like that. We have service so long as those towers are established, right? But what happens when something goes awry with one of those towers or some of those towers in that area? No service, right? Right? So same concept when it comes to us. We are the natural electromagnetic frequency and power, okay? Our minds, our third eye, our brain. Ma'am, go back inside. So everything inside of our bodies is based off of the proper functioning of our natural frequencies. We are the power generators. We are the power supply. So like I said, some of us have never been able to be disconnected. We were just like brainwashed, MK Ultra, to make us forget that we have the gifts, okay? That's all they can do is like do confusion and memory spells and root work and stuff to make us forget that we have the spell. Oh, not the spells. Mercury retrograde, y'all. To make us forget that we have these gifts. Okay? Some of us still, through all that, we still exhibit these things, no matter how hard they try. And I say this to address the fact that I did that message when I went live on my YouTube, and I know a lot of people have questions, right? Like, who just comes out and just says they're an abducted child? Well, I'm quite strange in how I do things, especially when I get upset, because I know a lot of their fear tactics no longer work. So now they want to do like anger tactics, make me get upset, because they want a reason to come get me legally, to say that I'm some type of paranormal threat. So I did come out and say that because I've been holding that in, and the divine source, they have been telling me for quite some time that I need to start talking about it to tell people, because this really goes on. And a lot of people will say, "Get that's poison ivy. That's poison ivy. Move, poison oak. I mean, no, go back over there." Um, I don't know what. Please, hey, go back in. I'm not even trying to be mean. I would love for y'all to play outside, but just go back in because y'all keep distracting me at this time. Go. Now. Go, Kyan. I'm not playing. Okay, so although I don't have a extensive memory of my childhood, there are a lot of traumatic events that I remember. These are not planted events. These are not, events that I made up in my head. Whatever they did to me when I was like 5 or 6 in this facility and I was on some table, they did something to my left eye. They also did like some shit like facial reconstruction. But they can't take away the feeling, the memory of knowing. Once I remembered that and all the other tests and experiments that they did on me, it was over. Being strategically, for one, all these children are coming up missing. The government knows everything. They have all these different sectors. That's all up in our privacy. But they don't know where these children are. Bullshit. And if people think that this just started going on, no. We are all tapped in electronically now through all of our devices, and we are sharing more. We're able to alert more, okay? So this has been going on. They take us and they strategically place us in families. It could be with actual family members, like distant relatives. Some of them not our family members. Some of them been replaced. Cold hard truth that I'm gonna tell people, they've been replaced. They look. Some people are just easily hacked into. And for those that they can't hack and MK Ultra and manipulate against those of us like me, like y'all, like us, they taking their clone. I know a lot of y'all can account for in your memory in your life certain family members. You would see them all the time, then all of a sudden you didn't see them for a while, months, years. Then they came back. Oh, they were traveling the world. Oh, they were going through some stuff. Oh, they got on drugs or went to rehab or went soul searching. These people that don't no notice, no nothing. They just disappear and then they pop back up. They look the same, but it be something about them that's not right. I come here to this tree. I call her mother. You see her? She's a beautiful big tree. I call her Mother. Mother. Say hi. Y'all want to see her face? I'm serious. Look. She sustains a lot of life. I come out here and cry to her. So, let's see if y'all can see. Y'all see her face? Let me show you. This is her mouth. Those are her eyes. Y'all see it? Y'all can't see real good, so hold on. Let me. There's a lot of glare out here, so see her eyes, her mouth. Now she's a bit dry, so. But this, usually there's a slit here, but those are her eyes. She reminds me, she looked like the Hamburger Helper character, but when I'm frustrated, I come out here and she does. I sit here, I hug her, and I cry, and she does talk to me all the time. She gives me confirmation all the time. Freaking mosquito. So I started doing videos or I started doing like downloads or uploading videos where I was explaining that I was introducing other beings. And so they want me to do transmissions. They've been asking me for a long time, and I've been fighting it. Now, contrary to popular belief, transmissions are different from just, spiritual downloads. I'm not saying they're better. There's no shade here. I mean, there's shade, but there's no shade here, right? Transmissions. This is where other beings, not entities, not demons. We're not doing that over here. We don't do that over here. We don't do low vibrational energies over here, but multidimensional beings, sentient beings, primordial beings, celestial beings, things of that nature, otherworldly beings, where some of us, our vessels have been chosen to be transmitters. And this is where they want to come through and not take over. They want me to be, like willing. And although I am in private, I'm scared to do that on here. They already target me. I'm glad that people are becoming more spiritual, getting on their paths, doing the healing, becoming more open-minded. But I feel like a lot of folks would be scared. Sometimes it be in English. Sometimes it don't even be my voice. And it's not a made-up thing. This is not a pretend for play or for clout or for recognition type of thing. I actually don't want the spotlight on me. I just want to do what the divine tell me to do. But sometimes it be like the messages, they aren't always nice. And they be wanting me to say, they allow them to come. And when I say I fight it, I fight it. I fight it with all my might. Sometimes I can't. It's becoming harder and harder to fight it. because they told me this morning that some of this stuff, it don't even be in English. Some of these beings, they don't have words. They have like a series of clicks like that. Some of them sound like bleeps and blurps. Some of them just sound like tones and frequencies. I think people would be scared. And it's not that I'm fearful to do what they tell me to do. It's that when people fear what they do not know, and what they do not know, not only do they judge harshly, but they attack. And they come together and they attack. And there's so many of them that want to come through and say stuff, but I've been fighting it, and I don't know if I'm ready. But this morning, like early this morning, it almost took me over, right? And I said, I keep telling them, I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. I'm already targeted. It'd be different if I had some type of like safe space, safe haven, sanctuary, security, actual trustworthy people that I wasn't here. Maybe I would be more inclined to allow it to happen and also be put in a better position, which we know a lot of us, we have went through a lot. I mean, if you are chosen for any type of task by the divine on this plane of existence, you get put through the most. Don't let people tell you that because they are blessed with all these material things or silver spoon fed or whatever, that's because they are blessed. That's not always the case, and that doesn't mean that that's not the case, because those two people too can be chosen, right? Um, okay, I'm back. Okay, so anyways, to be able to be in a position where I have more than what I need, I'm not gonna lie, especially when it comes to my health, like my herbs, having privacy in my own grassy field, a garden, herbs, things of that nature, somewhere by water. Like those are all, and it's not a lot. I just really want my own space like that, and be able to be more than beyond sustainability, because what I'm doing right now is sustainability the best way that I can, and I'm very, very good at improvising, but I just don't want to have to focus on always working extremely hard, or and I do want to focus on my tempo first, my environment, the safety, um, you know, somewhere other than than here. Safety, security, stability. Um, so I think I will be okay with doing it then, because at least I would know that, people may attack me online or make crazy comments or, try to throw hexes or whatever at me and stuff. But, at least I would know that I'm not being stalked, gang stalked. My water supply being poisoned and tainted. Yeah, because that's the shit that they been doing. Excuse me. Confirmation. That was disgusting. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Um, Not having everything that I do be sabotaged. Not have to, like you can cut everybody off, but some people, when you're in a position I am, you can't cut off just yet. And I don't want to have to be forced to not be able to cut anybody off or be put in a position where I have to deal with somebody, and people are doing that shit purposefully because me, really, I'm going to be honest, I really don't give two shits about other people that are not conducive to my growth and to my mission. I really don't give two shits. I no longer care. I, I, I have to be, I have to have what I need more than enough. More than enough, I'm going to be honest. And I have to make sure, mostly because I want my children to have what they need. And so that's why people have worked so hard against me to make sure that I'm so focused on just making the bare minimum, getting the bare minimum now, no matter how hard I have worked. Even if I get up to a certain point and I be doing well for myself. Mother effers work hard to knock me down. They do. There go Mother. Y'all see her in all her glory? There's Mother. Ashe, Mother. And so long as I'm always focused on those type of things, like, which I should not have to, right? Family is supposed to be family, where not picking up the slack, but Caleb, you definitely need to come in this kitchen and you need to clean up that pancake mix that you got all over that kitchen this morning. Because I wasn't doing it. I got up and I said, hell to the no. You know what? That pancake mix that's on that sink and stuff in that griddle. That's not me. We about to have problems. So, I'm back in the house, y'all. So anyways, they want to take over. Not take over, but they pretty much told me this morning that they will not. No, I don't need you to do that. Just go out. Thank you. Go out of my room. I'm not playing. They told me I won't be able to fight it too much longer. That they will get the messages out. As long as I fight it, they will fight against me. And it's not like possession. I don't even know how I'm going to say or repeat or, well, I don't know. But, when you are a transmitter, you get messages from other beings that don't even speak English or language or words, right? But they know how to get it out. They know how to get it out through you. Because for me to say, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I am not aware of it, but they are. They are just they when they choose you as a transmitter, it is because your vessel is clean enough and your energy is pure enough. You do enough work on yourself, and you are open minded to that, or that may be your mission. Then they will transmit through you whether you like it or not. And I am just, yeah, they've been getting on me about the smoking. They have been. I mean, like, they've been getting on me about the smoking. So I'm working through those things. I'm working to alleviate, get rid of the smoking. It is a process. Also, I have been detoxing and stuff on all levels: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and actual. Which I detox actually, anyways, on all those levels, anyways. But also detoxing every part of me, on a cellular level, on a circulatory level, blood level, mental level, and that could be through meditation, that could be through theta and binaural beats, which I listen to when I go on walks and things of that nature. I always make sure that I put like hella intention, so I don't just go for a cardio walk, for 45 minutes to an hour. I also listen to healing frequencies, tones, beats, solfeggios, all kinds of things, right? So not only that, I'm actually healing myself and or detoxifying myself on whatever level, whatever target area it may be, whether it be mental, cellular level, whatever. You can also listen to frequency and transmission codes while you're doing anything else. So I like to do like like 2 or 3 things at once. So when I get these transmissions, it'll sound like, if you're my age, you grew up where we have the analog TVs. My age or older. And I didn't really have the analog TVs, but we still have those static channels, right? So the transmissions will come in, and it'll either be both ears, but it's particularly my right ear. And it'll sound like one of those analog TVs when you first turn it on, and there's that shh, right? Until you turn it to like a main channel, and then you fine tune it with that second knob. That's exactly what it's like. And it'd be so clear. And I mean, like, it'd be like shh. And so I'm working on fine tuning the different frequencies. I don't know if y'all could see. So I've been also getting pictures with my eyes wide open of symbols. But I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm going to show y'all. See it? See it? Right here. Y'all see it? Right here. Y'all see it? This part of my head has become more pronunciated. I mean, it's look, it's almost popping. That part is almost like protruding out of my head, bro. It's so like, I'm recording. No. And I'm trying to straighten it out, but bro, like it's there. You can't. But the frequencies, y'all. The transmissions, I mean. So they told me I'm not going to be able to fight it any longer. So I don't know what I want to do to handle it or how to handle it, because when I do those reads and stuff, they be wanting to take over then and just come through. They really don't want me to focus or have my specialty in like just readings or um, messages, downloads. They really don't. Excuse me, confirmation. I know. But I don't know if y'all can see my forehead, bro. Right here. Do y'all see this? Bro, like, I'm fighting it so much to the point where it's getting to where I begin like shaking, not like seizures or convulsions. I get to shaking. Like my whole entire body gets to shaking. And not only that, my feet have been vibrating. So has my head and so has my hands. It feel like, but it's in the beat. Like, I, I be vibrating, y'all. Like physically. Excuse me. So it's becoming harder and harder to fight it, but I did get the message this morning, and the transmission came in, and it lasted for hours. Hours. And when it finally started like dissipating, I went to sleep, and then I woke up, and my face was like oily. I mean, like, I have oily skin anyways. This before working out or anything. This is me just getting up. It was oily, like thick, thick oil. And they told me that's the oil of anointing, or the oil that is used to anoint the reclaiming of the temple, like in Hanukkah. Also, like the oil in the lamps with the 10 virgins. Now, granted, I'm not a virgin. That's not what it means. But virgin can also stand for being reborn anew. And that's what they're talking about with the temple, especially being celibate for so long, especially from sustaining from any type of addictive behaviors, substances, things of that nature. Now, mind you, I told you I have been drinking, but it's I'm I'm scared, y'all. But how can I let them down? How can I say no? I've already answered the call. You just can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm just more so fearful for my children in this place. I don't want to be in this town. I don't want to live here. I don't want to live in this house. I don't like this house. I'm tired of shit breaking down. The AC man, he has disappeared, bro. I don't know what happened to him. He was supposed to be back last week. Even my landlord said he haven't heard from him. He's been wondering what's going on. And this is unlike this AC man. This man comes over and he, you know, does whatever work on those units since I've been in this house for 11 years. And he just done went missing. I ain't heard from him. I ain't heard nothing from him, bro. And I'm worried about my children, about being in a safe place. So my main prayers have been like I've been focusing heavy on my body and my temple. I have not eaten meat. I have not been drinking like sodas or juice, which I barely do. Like I have like a taste or like what my grandma would call a spell for like a soda or even something sweet. I don't eat sweets hardly. Now I ate some cookies the other night, and they was some of them old school coconut bar cookies. Yeah, my grandma be she be. That's something I got from my granny, y'all. She eat them coconut bar cookies or some of them butter cookies with some sharp cheddar cheese or that wagon red rind wagon wheel cheese. Okay, you know. I am a cheese lover though, so. But even then, I've been staying away from the dairy. When I drink my coffee, I drink it black. I drank it with no sugar this morning. I've been staying away from the sugars. I've been exercising. If I don't go walking every day, I do target exercises. I make sure I do my stretches, my yoga, my breathing. Yoga that's called Ashtanga yoga. And then you have your Komet yoga. And then you have you have your mudra yogas. I can show y'all different type of hand mudras. There's another one. Hold on. This, okay. And there's all kinds. Then you have, there are a lot with the heart hands. People don't realize that that's a mudra. It's a mudra. And each mudra correlates with a different part of the body or different energetic signature of a different part of whatever corresponding part of the body or mind. Take it as it resonates. But yeah, I definitely have to get out of here. And granted, there are still people working behind the scenes. They just don't want me. So when I came, confirmation again. When they came or when I came on live the other day and I said that, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to say it and then we're going to pretend like I never said it. No, it will be addressed. It definitely will be addressed. It will be addressed. So it's just a matter of when and how I'm going to do it. And also, the more that I fight it, it's starting to make me sick, y'all. I'm starting to make my vessel is reneging against itself. It's starting to make me sick. And it's not because I'm not eating properly or healthy or drinking enough water. Trust me, I drink. Bro, it's all I do is drink water. I could be a damn water tank, you know. I do a lot of energetic work too, frequency healing. I do a lot of energy work, a lot. And I try to make sure that I work on my mental more than anything. Because you could do all the energy work you want. You could do all the stretching, the workouts, the yoga, the eating healthy. Your mental strength has to be your strongest suit to be able to sustain the type of energies that come through into your vessel, our vessels, when when you have missions. A lot of us have very important and pertinent missions, but missions that are beyond. These gonna be like the first of our kind type of thing. And I'm not the only transmitter that has been chosen out here. And this is a bit of a scary thing because I just don't want to be in this place where my children are targeted. Mind you, they go back to this hateful, disgusting, unsafe school next month. My baby boy, he 5. He doesn't, he may be borderline autistic. He may be on the autistic spectrum. And he's going to kindergarten. And both of the kindergarten teachers are hateful as fuck. Last year, when my daughter that was 6, when she was in kindergarten, that teacher almost got her ass fucked up. I was going to, but I wrote out a legal paper and did a FOIA request. They don't really want to get on my side, but people are hateful and spiteful. And what do? I'm really worried about my baby. I don't want to live in this town. I don't want my children to go to school around here. I don't want to be around these people. I don't like these people, and they don't like me, and that is totally and completely fine. But the difference is I don't go out of my way to get in these people's business or their way. They go out of their way to interfere with my home life. So how am I going to do my job properly, my mission, whatever I'm chosen to do, if I'm constantly, no, put it back and go out of my room, and I won't say it again. Yeah, I yelled at her this time, at them two this time. And it's frustrating me. And I'm just trying to figure out, I've been asking the divine, like, how do y'all, I'm trying to figure out, I know y'all always make a way. This is not, trust me, I got total faith, you know. How do they expect me to do this here? And y'all, it's not like I'm not trying to get the fuck from this place. It's not like I haven't tried. Somebody has literally been coming under my carport and doing shit to my truck to sabotage my vehicle so I don't have transportation. Literally. Like cutting my battery cables, putting holes in my heater, what is it, the heater hose, putting holes in it, the connector, siphoning my gas out my truck, messing with electrical parts, loosening my brakes and my calipers on my truck, my bolts on my lug nuts on my wheel, flattening my tires, jamming my driver's side window so I can't let it down. So then when it's sitting open all night, even if it's right there under my carport next to my door, somebody is coming in. That's as far as they are going to make sure that I can't move around. I'll be out this bitch. People have stolen money from me to make sure that I can't get what I need to move around because they know that all I need is a vehicle, some money, and a job, and I'm out of there. People never seen me when I had those three, and even when I just had money and a vehicle. We was always gone on the road, going somewhere, exploring places, because I've been getting called to a specific region of the world. I've been getting called to it. I cannot stop. I can't stop thinking about this place. I can't stop hearing the place, seeing the place. I can't stop feeling it. I have been called to there. And they do shit. They have done shit in my life strategically to make sure that I never am able to travel. And I refuse. So I'm just trying to figure out what am I supposed to do here? I'm beyond frustrated. I'm tired of being frustrated because nobody should ever have that much power over someone else's life. My life is my own. I don't ask anybody for shit. I don't even like handouts. I'm not a charity case. I know how to make my own way. And I'll be damned if I have to bow down to any man or any type of, like this is another reason why I stay away from men too. Something wrong with them. Not all of them, but quite a bit. Always out here trying to humble women, and especially one like me. I'm not going to bow down to nobody to provide something for me or to do for me. You either do it or you don't. You want to do it, you do it because you want to, or you don't. I'm not about to get rid of my morals and principles and values and things of that nature and go against my own spiritual path to bow down to somebody to give me something physical, baby, I would rather go without. Because those things that mean something to them. But it's too many men out here trying to humble women. I don't like it. So, I might go back out and go for another walk. I know y'all like, damn, that's a lot. An hour and then another walk. Yeah, maybe a little 15-minute, just a cool down walk, like a... And I'm telling you, this ear, it keeps going in and out. Even if I have these earbuds in, the sound it gets like high pitch, mid pitch, low pitch, high pitch, mid pitch, low pitch, and then it'll jump from low to mid back down to low, or it'll sound real like my eardrum just opened. I know the shit with my ear is being strategically done. They want to irritate me. See, this what I was saying on live. They started trying to do the same shit where they're trying to antagonize me and put me through trauma or put me back in a cycle of being irritated, frustrated, things not going right. I'm not doing that. And they doing this because they know I'm not going back in that cycle, but they want me to snap out. I think they want to see something from me that I'm not about to show nobody. Nope. You ain't about to come up in here and tranquilize me and put me in no cage or lock me up in some weird facility. You're not about to do that to me. Y'all see how my eye just got puffy? I know y'all seen it. Like, I've been on here. Look how puffy it done got just now. Told y'all, it's been something weird going on with my right eye. Something weird. And it's like somebody is viewing things through I said right eye. This is my left. Through my left eye. And it's like it's like somebody has been tapping into this eye and viewing things from this eye. I cannot make it up. I try to find all the entertainment that I can, being here, just being me and the children. That's my landlord. He's texting back. He's saying the man didn't answer. It's like the man just disappeared. Haven't heard from him. I'm like, I literally said, I pray that everything's okay and that he's okay. Because this is not like him. But now we sitting here with no air. My landlord lives in another state. He's going to have to call somebody else. He's going to have to. We've been without air for a week. This is not normal. To be in a hot-ass house with children is frustrating. And I damn sure don't want to go to my mom's or anybody else's house for that matter. I want to be in my own home. I don't like being in places where people pretend that they like me or that they give a fuck about me or that, they support me and they truly don't. They truly don't. People want these gifts so bad. Not realizing that most people can't take the lessons and stuff that comes along with these gifts. They just want to be seen. They just want to be recognized. People always want the reward without the work. The reward to them is great. But the work they couldn't even make it through. And then people have the nerve to hate you because you have the strength to sustain or make it through or overcome the work. And this is one reason why I've been fighting the transmissions. So I want to say that I know the vape is not any better. I'm working on it. I asked the divine to give me grace with the whole smoking. I gotta get rid of the smoking, y'all. And if anybody wants to know, that's not like a slick cut in my eyebrows. That's from when my ex bust me upside my eye when I tried to leave him and he split that wide open. Yep, that's what that is. That's what that is. I pray that the divine makes a way for me to get out of here and be somewhere more safe and comfortable. And I just want to be in a better house, a better place, a better space, safer, secure, stable, and have what I need in order to. I will work hard if I have everything that I need. And I know that we're all good. Me, my children and I will do every and any. I already do what the divine tell me to do, but I'm just saying this thing with the being a transmission or a transmitter. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I hear somebody saying they already talk about you, so let them go ahead and do that and let them talk. But no, it's not about that. It's about the safety. I think people are underestimating what it means to be like me and us, people like me, and be a targeted individual when literally people, friends, lovers, even family members, people are paid to come into your life, paid to get close to you and your children. They are paid to come in, watch you, and then strategically destroy you by bit. People forget what that's like. And for me, as a mother, as a parent, not just as a mother, but as a parent, I need to make sure that my children are somewhere sustainable, stable, and safe. And this is not the place. But I don't know how much longer I can keep the transmissions from coming through. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. It is making me sick. Because some people say they probably doing witchcraft. It's probably this. I thought I had a sinus infection. It's not that, bro. It's not that. I mean, it may come off as that. What it is as long as I fight the natural divine flow, the current of being a transmitter, it will make me sick. A lot of people don't want to hear that. Divine tell you to move a certain way, you're supposed to move that way. If you don't do it, you get sick. When they give me messages and downloads and I don't do them, I get sick. Or I not even get sick. I get extremely weak and ill and sleepy. And start not feeling good. So, that's what I want to say for now. There has to be others like me, bro. If people want to know like what areas or what beings may be coming through, and so be mindful when I name these particular places. The beings are not all one species or race. I think species is the word. Species. There are a multitude of species from these places. So we have Canis Major and Minor have been coming through. We have the cephaloid group from, I forgot, I have it written down. We have those from the Ingoni sector. I did say cephaloids, right? We have Ursa Major and Minor that have been trying to come through. Um, they said something about the seclusion sector of Betelgeuse. Um, yeah, the menticuloids. Specific tall beings, and these aren't all because some people would consider them grays. So definitely not grays, but some reptilians, but not the reptilians like we know. Not all the reptilians are the same. They're not the same height. They don't have the same skin color or eyes, shaped eyes. And then, of course, we do have the blue blacks. They are known as but I think I want to say that they're from like Sirius. We have Sirius A and Sirius B. The blue blacks would be like Hathor, which I resonate a lot with her. And I'm going to mention you. Um, dude, I'm gonna mention you. Where is it? Oh, the Orishas, they are blue. The part of the blue black race. Yep. There are they look like grays, but they are considered grays but like albinoid species. They're very like white, grayish white, like real pale grayish white, and they are very tall. These are known as the elders or observers, if that's what you want to call them, of over the gray species. They are the creators of the gray species, okay? They would be known as the elders, okay? Or centennials of the gray species. Um, I keep forgetting the ones with the big heads, like Yakub, but it starts with a B. We have the Lyrans, the Syrians. We have the Lemurians. We have the Atlanteans. We have the Pleiadians. I already said that. There is a race of or a species that I don't particularly care for. They are quite aggressive. These would be known as Mothman type. They are closely related to what is known in the Philippines as the aswangs. They can be big, giant moth and or bat-like creatures or have those features. They are extremely pushy and aggressive. And that is one of the reasons too why I don't want to be a transmitter for all. But if I'm a transmitter, I'm just a transmitter because these are they kind of give me like sicko vibes, like cringe vibes. I'm serious. The way one be talking to me, and then the running beside my truck when I was driving down a dark street one night, bro, like we ain't even finna go there, bro. I cannot make it up. There's also the really really tall. And I've never known a male or masculine energy in these beings, but they are, like the woman off of the Fifth Element, the blue woman, the star. So like that, but yes, tall like that. But they aren't just the blue ones. There are pink ones too. They are blue and pink, and they're all women species. But they are very long. Most of them have really really skinny or slim legs. They're really tall, and they are who a lot of cultures mimic. Cultures that mimic walking on stilts and being tall. These are the race of beings that they are mimicking. Also, the Andromedans, yeah. Andromedans are not all women. Contrary to Xena, the warrior princess, although there is a sector from the Andromeda, a sector in the Andromeda region, galaxy, star, I don't know. They're not giving it to me. But where it is all feminine energies, they are warriors, known as the warrior princess. Now they have been talking to me. So Amazonian women closely relate to these Andromedans, but they are masculine. I have detected masculine energies as well. There are there's a lot of androgynous species I have met. Um, Hermaphroditic species. Here I come, Mogadolans, cause I'm coming to like my dude. So, um, there are also species like blob species. Yep, blob species. Some of them are shaped like short box robots and stuff. Not just like what's the name of the? I mean, it's like box species. It's like robots, the robotic arms, but they shaped in like blocks. I don't know, y'all. This sounds crazy and strange, bro. Um, some of the species don't have names or human names or English names or a name that can be expressed in language. Some of the species they are identified by frequency sounds. Some of them are identified as numbers, and some of them are identified as like titles. And then there's a number, a letter, and then a number after that. And it's almost like ranking in certain species. Why you didn't send her somewhere else?
I can't send him nowhere else. They keep on fighting. He just hit his head on the ground.
I'm about to put y'all on timeout. I'm not joking. Have a seat on your bed until I get done. I'm almost done. There are a race of like dragons. Dragons are very much so real. Hellhounds. There are just beings that are just spheres of light and balls of light. Um, there are beings like AI and stuff like that. Yeah. There are all kind. There are fairies. There are unicorns. There are the woodland creatures. There are, bro. There's also, and this is one. This I think I got kind of weirded out by this, like the Mothman bat, like because they all come from like an island or islands that are close together in close proximity or vicinity of each other. The Isle of Vampires, not vampire, vampire. There's an island of Vampire that where they come from, and then they have those that are around them, like the Aswang and like the Mothman. There are some from World Z. There's actually a number or coordinations that they gave me to this particular place. Um, some from the Red Star, and there are some from the Blue Water Planet, There are Jinn. We would know them as genies. Jinn. Very much so trickster spirits. Very much so. fairies, gnomes, elves. Y'all better stay out them woods too. That's something they told me to tell y'all. Werewolves. Yep. 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 And there are different. So the werewolf would be a species, but then you have different. Different levels of the werewolf species, so I don't want to offend them. I won't go any further. They are highly territorial and highly offended if they are not put in the proper category, so I won't touch on those. Then we have, of course, the elemental. The elements are well and alive. They are very much so beings. And then we have the merfolk, mermaids, sirens, but those aren't just the only creatures of the deep seas. They are protectors of the seas, the sharks. People don't really start entering and understanding that these the depths, they do not just consist of like fish and shark and whales and dolphins, bro. There are creatures that water is actually a being, primordial, sentient, and celestial being. Very much so. Oh, there are those of the dark lands, the further lands, the dark lands, the ones beyond the ice wall. But when you get there, if you're not supposed to be there, you will. You can't really go there unless you have reached a certain energetic level. I'm not even going to say spiritual because this is beyond this. We're talking about energy. We can say spirituality all we want to. I think I don't want to keep using that term because people are starting to make it ugly and demonize it, or just making it look like it's a game, and it's not. So I'm going to just say energetic levels. Age and time are not real. Only the energetic maturity is real. And until we reach certain energetic maturity levels like Ezekiel, okay? Like Ezekiel, and also like I'm missing the name. But only then will we be allowed to go past the dark lands. I call them the further dark lands, or the further lands, or the dark lands. Every part of it is surrounded, because beyond the further lands, it's not even the further lands, because the further lands are the lands beyond the ice wall, and then the lands beyond the further lands are the dark lands. And I don't say dark meaning, I just mean dark as in not really known or been made public to most people on this plane of existence. There's something about cultivated. So the more energetically mature you become, codes within our genomes, our DNA strands will continue to be unlocked until we get to a certain energetic maturity or age, okay? Age with air quotes. And Some people get their way before others. Some people might not make it there in this life cycle. I'm not sure what's going on with the age. There's something going on about age and time right now. Because like one day I'll look like I'm 20, and then another day I look like I'm hella old. But I don't know if that's necessary. If I can equate that to the energy shifts that we're all pretty much experiencing, or if I can equate that to me fighting against the transmissions. Because, like I said, it makes you sick. It makes me sick. There are other beings, but they made me stop writing in the books, because I would write everything that they would tell me, everything. Like Zarfina Oan, all of them, even like Quan Le, she's very much so human. She's from some dynasty, from some Chinese dynasty, can't remember. But she was a consortium, because I was forgetting what she called herself. Quan Le Ashe, yeah. And I was writing in the books and stuff, and there were other beings that had introduced themselves to me by name and stuff, or energetic signature. But I was guided to stop, because I was told that when I leave home and I leave my books here, that someone or somebody's were coming into my home, and they were taking pictures of what I had wrote down in the book, even the stuff with the binary codes, with religion, with etymology, with different portions of the galaxy, with coding, all that stuff. Something that I was told by the divine that some bodies were coming into my house, my home, when me and my children and I were not here, and they were taking pictures of the things that I was writing down, and that I had to stop. Even like the symbols, I get symbols. They aren't even English. They aren't even a language. They are symbols. The last symbol I got was a V with 2 dots on the end of each corner. So it looked like this. I don't know what it is. And then there was another. So I don't know. Something about further codes of the genome or human DNA. Or no, not human DNA. Multidimensional being DNA. Like the coding of it or something. That's not like numbers or letters. They are symbols. So I'm going to leave that here. And collective, I hope y'all have an amazing day, rest of your day. I'm going to see what I can get into, see if I can find, I'm going to sit up here and discuss finding somebody else to fix these AC units, because that's first and foremost. I am too uncomfortable with it. And this is the thing. They steady try to do these stupid tactics to make me uncomfortable here. And I know most will say, well, you can't run from that, because if they want you, they're going to find you. True. But it doesn't have to be here. I have hit my plateau here. I have accomplished. I came. I saw. I need to leave. And they are trying everything that they can to prevent me from leaving, because they know that when I venture out from outside of here and away from everybody, and I mean cut off everyone and away from everyone, they know how far I'm going to go. And they are trying their hardest to prevent that. And that's why I don't want to start the transmissions here. But I don't know how long I can hold out. But yeah, y'all make sure to keep, supporting your girl. Forget beating the algorithms. Just get the messages out to whomever needs to hear it. I know it's not just me. I can't be the only one. And I appreciate everybody in the collective that's on their path and journey. You may be a reader. You may be a divine message giver, the message deliverer, or you may be one of the clairs. You may be a healer, a shaman, anything of that nature, and all variations of such. I really appreciate y'all for being on your platforms and being like the catalyst for me. It may not be for everyone, but for me, you are. And it just gives me more strength and courage in what I do and moving forward. So I want to say thank y'all for that. And to everybody else, I love y'all. I hope y'all doing well on your journey, your healing path, wherever you are. And remember, don't let this world define you. Define yourself like I define me, because I am your girl. Me by V, a.k.a. Shay, the Dual Alchemist. Until next time, y'all. Bye.